Happy Saturday evening. Happy Saturday evening, everyone. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to the Niner Sickness podcast here on YouTube. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone is having a wonderful evening. Let me welcome David McNews in the house. Says, good evening, Beto and Niner Empire. Wipe my feet. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We got Luis Moreno in the house. What's good, brother? Glad to be back with all the faithful. Welcome back, brother. Welcome back. We got Kathy Sanchez in the house. Good evening, Beto. How's your evening going? Just wipe my feet. Thank you for wiping your feet. Truly appreciate that, Kathy. We got 49er Lakers for life. Por vida. What's up, Beto? And the faithful, just wipe my feet. Thank you, sir. We got Niners channel. How you doing? What's up, faithful? Welcome to the stream. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And let your boy Niner Sickness know what's up. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, baby. We got Mike H in the house. What's up, Mike? Did we sign KC safety or no? Not yet. Not yet, sir. Not quite yet. I know, huh? I know we're going to send him to the fire. He's going to go to the fire. That is funny, man. That is funny. Please wipe your feet before entering, everyone, and smash that like button for your boy, Niner Sickness. We got my boy, right? Already said, wipe my feet already. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. So how's everybody doing tonight? I hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful evening. I hope you guys enjoyed your Saturday. I really, truly hope you guys enjoyed your Saturday. I hope you guys had fun. Listen, if I haven't said this before, I'll say it again. Always let your loved ones know that you love them. Never hesitate to let that special person in your life know that you love them. Unfortunately, today, as I woke up this morning, and I went onto Twitter. I received some bad news. Unfortunately, Kathy, you're right. Quarterback Dwayne Haxon suffered an accident which took his life. 24 years old. Would have been 25 on May 3rd. Way too young. Way too young. You heard Chase, one of his receivers, just mention, we were just practicing together. Just to remind us all, you can be here 1 minute and be gone the next. You can be here 1 minute and completely be gone the next. Take opportunity and let those that you love know that you love them. Never miss an opportunity. Rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins. May God continue to provide for your family and your loved ones strength. Oh my God, man. That's never good news. Give me 1 second. Never, never good news. Hold on, guys. All right, let's see who we have here. So what's the deal with Debo? Do you think the Niners going to pay him? That's a very good question, Lewis, and we're going to talk about that. What my fee, Beto? Thank you. What's up, Julio? Welcome to the stream, Julio. Welcome to the stream, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, 24 years old, David, would have been 25 this May 3rd. Gone too soon. Yeah, it's tough, man. So going back to Debo, let me put Debo back on the screen. I like Debo. I think Debo is arguably our complete offense. Debo is a complete offense. We need Debo back. This offense runs off of what Debo does. But my question is, how much is too much for a player? Remember, we're going to have to pay Bosa. We're going to eventually have to pay Lance if he works out, and Brandon Ayuk. I'm not saying that Debo's not worth the money. I'm not saying that we should trade him, but how much is too much for Debo? Should the Niners just give him what he wants? Or do the Niners have a bracket of what they want to pay him based on what they think he's worth? And if he meets that bracket, he continues to be part of the Niners. Now, I do want to mention this. You can tell that Debo still has a lot to grow up. When George Kittle contract talks were going on, you didn't hear anything from Kittle. And Kittle was taken care of, right? They took care of Kittle. Then the following year, you had Fred Warner negotiating his contract extension. You didn't hear anything from Fred Warner, no bad news, and then he got signed right before training camp. Now you have Debo in contract discussions with the Niners. And what does Debo do? He goes and unfollows the Niners. He unfollows this and he does this. You can tell that Debo, as good as he is still immature. I don't know about you guys, but I want a leader on my roster, someone that is more mature beyond their age. If we had to choose, who do we keep, Bosa or Debo? I would always take a defensive end over a receiver, but that's just me, Lewis. Roberto, how you doing, sis? What's up, sickness? Wipe my feet. Thank you, sir. Like I said, I'm not against Debo. I have his jersey. I love Debo. I want Debo to stay playing for this organization years. I would love for Niners and Debo to come to an agreement and move forward. But I am not for paying the ransom of what Debo wants. If this is the case, we don't even know if Debo is asking for too much money. This is just conversation that people are talking about. We haven't heard anything from Debo's camp or the Niners. So all this is speculation between us. But in my personal opinion, I love I love what Debo does and can do for this organization. I'm just not willing to pay a lot of money to keep him. Damian Lee is in the house. How you doing, Damian? Welcome to the stream, brother. He says, "What's up, Beto? I like the background. Thank you, sir." Let me give you a little bit of a change up. Give me a second. Let me change it up a little bit. There you go. Change it up a little bit. Roberto, what's up, buddy? So, do I want the Niners to sign Debo? Absolutely. Do I think the Niners will? Yes, I do. I think the Niners will not let Debo out the door. We just got to realize, what is the maturity of Debo? Will Debo be reasonable and willing to work with John Lynch? Because I really believe that the organization, John Lynch, will do everything they can to work with Debo and his agent. Debo just needs to be reasonable in his contract discussion. I don't know about you guys, but I can't see the team paying your star receiver more than your star left tackle. I'm all for Debo. I love Debo. Debo did a lot. But let's keep it real. He's only played for one complete year. He's been occasionally hurt here and there. Do you really want to invest all that money for a player that could get hurt? Now, I'm pretty sure within the terminology of the contract, they're going to have something in there where if he gets hurt, certain things get avoided in the contract. And those are the things they are probably trying to work out. Is what can they work out in the terminology of the contract? Tom, what's up, Tom? Welcome to the stream, brother. Welcome to the stream. How you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream. So I want to get your guys' thoughts. Do you feel that Debo has done enough, that whatever he requires to get paid, the Niners should oblige? Or do you feel that, hey, as much as we love Debo, as much as we would love to have Debo, now people say this, you don't want draft picks for Debo because you don't know if you can find the next Debo. You don't know if you can, every draft, it's a crapshoot. That is true. But remember, before we found Debo, we found him, if that makes any sense. In other words, when we drafted Debo, Debo worked out for us and became who Debo is. I believe this 49ers scouting team can find another receiver if they have to. Again, I'm not saying we should trade Debo. I'm not saying that I want to trade Debo. All I'm saying is how much is too much for his services. David says, contracts should be incentives laden based on playing time and on the field performances. If he's not willing to bet on himself, then why should our Niners? Absolutely. This is what I tell people. Some people agree with me, some people don't. I represent the 49ers. See this logo? This is the SF logo. Right here it says 49ers. It doesn't say Debo Samuel. It doesn't say Nick Bosa. It doesn't say Trey Lance. It says 49ers, and I represent the emblem. What do I mean by that? Do the front office always get things right? No. Are the front office always correct in everything they do? No. But I represent the shield of the San Francisco 49ers and not the actual player. I love players on my team. Debo's one heck of a player, especially when you're starting a new quarterback like Trey Lance. You want to give him weapons like Debo. But you can't have a player asking for all this money and just pay him because he wants the money. I don't know. I'm old school. Maybe you guys can tell me different. He's good but fragile. Won't get the bag. Okay. They should pay him fairly, but put incentives in the contract. There you go. What's up, Yobi? Too sweet. Welcome to the Niners podcast. Make sure to hit that like button, brother, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. I believe in paying Debo, but not to a Supermax deal. He's only had one productive season this past season. Debo and Ayuk's first two seasons mirror each other. Now, I understand you can do a little bit more with Debo in the backfield, but I think a lot of that was because of Jimmy Garoppolo. I think that once we start Trey Lance, Brandon Ayuk is going to be able to flourish more. Kittle, Ayuk, hopefully Debo, Joanna Jennings, whoever we draft, they will be able to flourish under Trey Lance. And I know the Niners are going to do everything they possibly can to try to keep Debo. But I just want to ask this question. If it's too much, if Debo asks too much, what do you feel that the correct trade value is for Debo? What is the correct trade value for Debo Samuel? A number 1, a number 2, and maybe a 5? What package should a team like the Jets put together if they want to tempt us to move Debo? I agree, Tom. You got to pay him within reason. Because you start paying Debo what he wants, then Bosa what he wants, and then you start losing. Listen, whether people like it or not, we are not the Rams. We don't run the way the Rams do. We have a structure here in San Francisco. John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan and Parag Marte are doing their best to not only help the team today, but for the future. I want to have a team that is contending year in and year out. A team that is making a splash in the playoffs year in and year out. He is the heart of this offense. I am not disagreeing with that at all, Roberto, but how much is too much? Trade value should be at least a first and a second at minimum. Okay. All right. I like that. And let's see. The Jets, how many ones do the Jets have? Which, if the Jets would trade one of their number ones, which number one would it be? Hold on. Let's see here. Let's see what the Jets have. All right, so the Jets. Do any? Let's see what I want to see what the Jets have. The Jets have a. Okay, they have a 4 and number 10 from the Seahawks. And then in the second round, they have the 35 pick and the 38th pick from the Panthers. So they're not going to give away their fourth pick. If the Jets put together their 10th overall in the first round and their 38th pick in the second round, would that be a proper trade for Debo, or you're like, oh hell no? Got you. Trade. Okay, we read that one. Trade value should be at least a first and a second. Luis Moreno says at least a second with a good corner in return. Interesting. Number at least a number 2, huh? How do you pronounce your? I don't even know how to pronounce your name there. Clutch. Julio says the Niners went from receiver Marcus Jones over Malik Turner and Malik Turner. I saw Marcus Jones. To me, it's just the camp body. I wouldn't put too much in stock of this receiver. I think he's just a camp body that is going to kind of battle out in camp. He might not even make the team. So I'm not a big fan of Mr. Marcus Jones. So I want to know if the Niners cannot come to an agreement with Debo, and for whatever reason we have to trade Debo. How much is too much for Debo, and how much is not enough? Now the Jets have 2 picks in the first round and 2 picks in the second round. Will they be willing to give a first and a second? And if the Niners do take draft capital for Debo, who should they go after? Again, this is just for podcasting conversation. I am not sitting here and saying, let's get rid of Debo. Oh, Niner Sickness doesn't like Debo. He doesn't want Debo, blah, blah, blah. That's not what I'm saying. I want Debo. I love Debo. I hope the Niners keep Debo. But for the sake of the conversation of this podcast, I'm doing the what ifs. The what ifs. What if? What if this? What if that? Oh man, I forgot to change my my resolution. Oh wow. I am coming at 720. I should have put it at 4K. That's okay. First round, number 10. Second round, number 35. And a fifth round, 146. But I don't want to trade Debo. Okay. I like that, David. Christian Watson. That's a thought. That's definitely a thought. Detroit Debo for shift and 32 and 34 picks. Ooh. Man, do you want to punish Debo though and send him to Detroit? To me, that would be like, man, do you really hate Debo and send him to Detroit? Look who it is, my brother from another mother. It's Niner Sickness Great Stream. Gracias. From Ramilia Sports Report. How you doing, Ramilia? Welcome to the Niner Sickness Podcast, brother. Always a pleasure to have a fan of this year's NFL champion, Los Angeles Rams. Man, did that hurt me to say. But I got to give credit where credit is due, brother. If we don't sign Debo, a team in the NFC West will pick him up. Remember, he's under contract with the Niners. It's not like he can go wherever he wants to go. He would have to be traded. And I doubt it, Roberto, that the Niners are going to trade Debo to the Rams, to the Seahawks, or the Cardinals. They will not trade Debo within the division. So I'm not worried about that. Not worried about that at all. Some of these max contracts will hurt a team. So if his asking price is too much, good luck elsewhere. At the end of the day, see, you are a rational fan, Louis. And there's a lot of us that are rational. We love Debo. We support Debo. But at the end of the day, it's about the logo. Represent the logo and not the player. Now, I don't want to lose Debo. I pray and hope that the Niners do everything they can to come to a mutual agreement with Debo and his agent for another 4 to 5 years. But if Debo's asking way beyond what we think he's worth, and like who said it? Like Lewis said, good luck elsewhere. Niner Escalate Empire Chapter. How you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream. Make sure to wipe your feet before entering and smash that like button. Let's see here. Facts. No respectable player wants to be a Lion. Yep. Watching Ryan Garcia versus Emmanuel. Oh yeah, today's is that basketball. Boxing, right? What's up, Nick, by the way? He is not much respecting the Niners. Well, these young players, this is what they do. They go to their Instagram, they stop following a team. They stop following, they do all this. This is the thing. I did not see this happen from George Kittle. I did not see this happen from Fred Warner. When they were due for extensions for their contracts last year and the year before, you didn't hear drama from Fred Warner or George Kittle the way you're hearing this from Debo. Now, is it that all receivers are just prima donnas and they love attention? Look at Jerry Rice, the GOAT of receivers. The man is like 90 years old and still wants attention. You got to love it. Who want to play for a winless Lions? Lions are trash. Yep. Debo is a beast. Question: would he be as effective on another team without Shanahan scheming great plays for him? If he's used as a running back or a running back's lifespan is about 3 prime years before injuries set in. Um, I don't think they'll use him primarily as a running back. I think he is and will be a receiver that occasionally get used as a running back, Ramilia. Now, for your question about will he be successful on another team? I mean, if he goes to Miami, if he goes to the Jets, I think he'll be successful with the Steelers. I think Debo does and is such a good player that no matter what system you put him in, you will succeed. Now, can Debo stay healthy? Is the $1 million question. Can he stay healthy? Julio says, I don't know, but as far as the AFC drafting is going to be, maybe they steal Debo from us. It's going to be interesting. Do you think they'll package Jimmy and Debo together? Set them both out of here? If they do that, they'll probably never get rid of Debo, right? They're like, oh, hell no. You mean we got to take Jimmy with Debo? It's all right. It's okay. You guys can keep Debo. I hope Debo don't become like Tio. Yeah, I know. I don't know what it is about receivers. Not all receivers, okay? Not all receivers. I want to make sure I stand corrected. But for the majority of receivers, they're prima donnas, man. They love attention. They want to be the best of the best, which there's nothing wrong with that. But to go to extreme and remove yourself from Instagram for the Niners and do this and do that, I don't know. You got to show more maturity, but I've heard that that's the new way of negotiating is by doing what Debo is. I think other players have done it too. So it's the new way. Yes, it's boxing. Okay. So I hope that they re-sign Debo. I hope they extend him. I think the Niners will overpay for Debo. I think they will overpay for Debo. What they think is overpaying, not what we think is overpaying. They have a structure, and within that structure, they know how much they were willing to go beyond that. Hopefully, both parties can work something out because I would love for Debo to be in this offense for a very long time. Debo is now situated. You got Brandon Ayuk that I really believe in his 30 year, he's going to take off. He's going to blossom with Trey Lance at quarterback. I really believe that Brandon Ayuk is going to take off and be that receiver that we're all going to be like, wow. And let's see who the Niners draft in this year's draft. I like Juwan Jennings. I know he hasn't been signed to a contract yet, but I know they will. I like the way, I know we use him as a third down receiver right now, but I like Juwan Jennings. I like how he's gotten better each year. And I think with Trey Lance, even Juwan Jennings will be a better receiver and be able to take advantage of opportunities with Trey Lance at quarterback rather than Jimmy G. Respect and love to Rudy. Um, it's funny, guys. I'm old school. I don't hate teams. I don't hate teams. I don't hate the Rams for winning the Super Bowl. I don't. The Rams did what they had to do to get what everybody wants to get at the beginning of training camp. They made it work. They brought in some free agents. They did what they had to do. They went to Tampa, beat Tampa. They came back and beat us. Am I mad at the Rams for winning? No. Do I wish the Niners would have won? Absolutely. Do I wish my Niners would have been represented in this year's Super Bowl? Absolutely. But I'm not mad that the Rams won, or if the Cowboys, or if the Reds, not even the Redskins anymore, the Commanders or the Saints, whoever it is. It sucks for my team, but every fan base deserves to enjoy success within the team they love. Every fan base deserves to feel proud of representing a team that they love. And how can I hate the team for doing their best to get to the Super Bowl and win it? That's me, though. That's just me. I love my Niners. I don't root against my Niners. But in my Niners, like for example, in the NFC Championship game, the Rams were a better team. They outplayed, they outcoached the 49ers. And they deserve to be there. I wish it would have been my team. I wish it would have been the Niners hosting the Lombardi Trophy. I believe we will eventually get there. But how can I be mad at the Rams or any other team, or especially like Ramilia Sports Report, when all he's doing is what we would do if our team won the Super Bowl? So, again, I'm old school. People are different. Some people hate other teams. I don't really hate any team. I just pray that my team plays better. And at the end of the day, when my team plays another team, my team comes out ahead and wins. But you got to give kudos to the Rams for getting and doing what they needed to do. Now, a lot of people have said this. I've said it. You know, the Rams way is of, they don't have no first, they have no second picks. You know, they give it away for players, but it works for them. It doesn't necessarily mean it'll work for the Niners or any other team, but it works for the Rams. Now let's see how long they can sustain that success. But it worked. In 2021, everything they did from day one worked. Now, luck and certain situations took place. Things happening the right way took place, and they got there and they won. Debo just wants to get paid. I can't blame him. Football is hard on the body, but not as rough as the old days when guys like Ronnie Lott had the tip of his pinky amputated. Now, he did that because he wanted to go back into the game. He did not have to get it amputated. He chose for it to be cut off because he wanted to go back into the game. That's crazy. And he wasn't even getting paid anywhere close what the players get paid today. Yep, I don't hate him either. I just don't like him. Should get Jimmy G off the books. Use his money to extend Debo. If you have to make a tough trade Kittle for a high second pick because he gets injured. He gets injury prone and gets get value for Trey's future. I'm not trading Kittle anywhere. I would trade Debo way before I trade Kittle, brother. Kittle is not only a leader, but he's an inspiration for this team. I love Debo. I want to keep Debo. I think the Niners will keep Debo. And I understand the whole Kittle gets hurt because of the style that he plays. But I wouldn't get rid of Kittle. No way, no how. Now, this whole misconception that the Niners don't have money to pay Debo because Jimmy is still on the books is ludicrous to me. That is not the reason. Are they going to keep Jimmy after he gets better and he passes the physical? I don't know. Is he going to be traded in draft week? I don't know. Will he be cut once he clears physical? So the Niners are not obligated to give him $7 million? I don't know. But the Niners have a plan. They have a plan in place to sign Debo and Bosa. Whether Jimmy is on the contract or not. Now, does the money that Jimmy is taking in the contract help if he wasn't on the Niners anymore? Yes, absolutely. But are the Niners panicking that they may lose Debo because Jimmy is still on the contract? Absolutely not. Because if that was the case, they'll just cut Jimmy. If they didn't want Debo to leave, they would just cut Jimmy and re-sign Debo. The whole reason why Debo hasn't been signed yet has nothing and will never be with anything to do with Jimmy G, in my opinion. That's correct, Roberto. Watching a game with your with anybody opposing of your team and talking a little bit of trash, there's nothing wrong with it as long as it never gets out of hand. At the end of the day, Ramelia Sports Report loves his Rams as much as we love our Niners. And we may hate, some of us may hate the Rams, and a lot of Rams hate the Niners. But it makes him no different than we are. It makes him no better or no worse as a fan as we are. You know, when I have conversations with other fan bases, I don't like to get into the whole trash talking. Oh, this and all that. I don't know. Maybe I'm too old. I don't like to get into all the trash talking because I rather find out how that person became a fan. Why do they love the team they do? And learn about their team, especially if we play them twice a year from their perspective. It's interesting to me. The whole trash talking to me is waste. And I'm not being disrespectful to no one. I'm not saying that whoever trash talk is below me. I'm not saying none of that. What I'm saying is I'd rather have a civil conversation with a fan base. Talk about their team. Talk about my team. Share the strengths of my team. They share the strengths of their team, their weaknesses, and carry conversations like that. And not just go back and forth and talk, your team sucks because of this. I don't know. I agree. I agree, Big Stinker. Welcome to the channel, by the way, Big Stinker. How are you doing? Make sure to hit that like button for your boy Niner Sickness. Cheers. Yeah, I hear you. And if they do decide to cut him, David, they will cut him after he clears medical. Once he passes his physical and the Niners can save that $7 million that they will be due to give to him if they cut him now, they'll cut him then. If they can't find a trade partner for him, once he clears medical and he passes his physical, I don't see why the Niners will keep him on the team. I just don't. Now, the Niners are not going to say that they're going to cut him at all, because if there is a team, for example, I hate to say this, but it's the truth. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they lost one of their quarterbacks today. Unfortunately, he passed away through an accident. But they had him and they had Mason Rudolph to compete for the starting job. And then they were going to draft probably a rookie quarterback. Do they really? Now, they were going to compete with Dwayne and Mason, excuse me. But now they're one quarterback short. Do the Steelers now make a trade for Jimmy Garoppolo? I mean, it's sad what happened to Dwayne, but it's a business. Do the Steelers go out now and trying to bring in Jimmy? Absolutely, Roberto. Absolutely. Like, this is what I consider trash talk. The Niners are playing the Rams, right? The Niners are playing the Rams. And Deebo Samuel outplays Ramsey. And he burns Ramsey. And I'm like, yeah, Deebo, screw Ramsey. Ramsey cannot keep up with Deebo. Deebo is a true number one. You know, smack like that. That's all to me, that's all within fun. Or vice versa. If Ramsey gets an interception where the ball was going to Deebo, then Ramilia Sports can sit to go, yup, that's my corner. Number one corner. See, that type of smart trash talking, it's fun. You start making it personal. You start getting out of line. And you just take all the fun out of the conversation. Now, you can wind up, especially if alcohol is involved, you can wind up fighting at the end, because there's always going to be a team that wins and a team that loses. And if you're on the losing side and the winner side is being too aggressive, and there's alcohol involved, not a good combination. Correct. There's so many players out there that you can learn from. This is the thing. I love the Niners, but I love football. I love football. I don't watch just Niner games. I watch other games as well. I'll watch Green Bay go against the Bears. I'm gonna watch Kansas. I'm gonna be watching a lot of the AFC's West this year. That's gonna be a great fight over there between the Chargers, the Raiders, the Chiefs, and the Broncos. That's gonna be fun to watch. So as much as I love my Niners and I represent them here, I love football. And I may not know too much about the Broncos, for example. At least not in depth like I do my Niners. But if I talk to a Broncos fan and he tells me, okay, this is our front line. This is my left tackle. This is our right tackle. This is this, or this is a running back we have, or this is our backup running back, but he's playing good. You get to learn and you educate yourself about opposing teams. And to me, it's all about enjoying football, but it's about being educated within football, knowing your football, being respectful within your football, making your points across without offending anybody. And people can do that. I feel bad for Ramsey. Debo coming straight at you would be like trying to tackle a freight train. Ramsey did get burned a lot in the Super Bowl. But at the end of the day, he held up the Lombardi trophy. So, nothing wrong with winning, even if you have a bad day or a bad game. So, I don't know, guys. I hope the Niners can come to a conclusion with Debo. I hope that Debo and the Niners come to a mutual agreement. I pray that they will be sensible to discuss like adults, at least on the Debo side. And hopefully both parties can come out with an agreement that benefits both Debo and his family and the Niners organization. I believe in John Lynch. I believe in Kyle. I believe that the Niners are building brick by brick. I believe the Niners have a structure in Santa Clara. And that structure has taken your team, my team, to 2 NFC championship games and 1 Super Bowl appearance in the last 3 years. Something's working. Now, do we need to push the envelope a little bit to get over the hump, over the edge, and finally win a Super Bowl? Maybe Trey Lance is that particular quarterback that takes the Niners over the edge, and we finally hoist the Lombardi trophy. Trey Lance might be the person that does it. Yeah, I think Sudfeld, yeah, I'm worried about Sudfeld, to be honest with you. I am not confident in Sudfeld. I think the Niners will bring in another quarterback, hopefully. This is why, if they do decide to keep Jimmy as a backup, it wouldn't be bad. Jimmy would arguably be the best backup quarterback in the NFL in 2022, bar none. And if you guys don't know what bar none means, it's a tribute to my boy, William Floyd. Really, huh? Not gonna lie, that one TD catch in the Super Bowl against Ramsey with the fast face mask wasn't his fault. Yeah, I forgot the name of the receiver for the Cincinnati Bengals. He got away with one, which has got a little bit of a headache. He got away with it. Rudy, Trey needs to learn not to take those hits. Hopefully, Shanahan coaches him up and teaches him how to slide. He'll learn. He will learn, David. I don't know about you guys, but to kind of get away a little bit from the Debo situation, I am truly excited to see what the Niners are going to do with Trey Lance. I can't wait to see Trey Lance in action. He's going to be so much fun to watch. Now, there will be games where you'll be like, what were you thinking? What in the world were you thinking? But you got to remember, he is a rookie. He's entitled to make mistakes. Jimmy isn't. And Jimmy made plenty of mistakes in 2021. And he shouldn't have. Yeah, I love Trey, man. Trey is going to be fun to watch indeed. We are old, Lewis. We are old. I'm telling you, baby. And I'm probably way older than you, bro. I'm 52 years old. I'm an old geezer. But it's all good, man. Wisdom. Not all the time, but wisdom comes with age. And hopefully Debo grows up a little bit quicker, makes the right choice, and signs with the Niners extension. I don't want Debo going anywhere. I want him to stay. But he has to be reasonable in these contract negotiations. He got to be reasonable. I'm excited also, just ready for all the BS to be over. Welcome to the off season, brother. Welcome to the off season. The off season is the most time that content creators, media, people are going to BS every single day about this, BS about that, because they got to get clicks. They got to get likes. And they got to come up with stuff. So you're going to hear a lot of BS during the off season. Once we get to training camp, OTA is training camp, preseason, it'll get much more better. But expect nothing less than a lot of people talking out of the side of their neck to self promote or make the content worth listening to. But that's what you're supposed to do as a content creator. You can't be boring. Ain't nobody want to watch nobody that is boring. You're like, we watch you? What? Que gacho. Like that? Whatever. But anyway, I hope we keep Debo. I hope we sign him. I hope we quiet all the naysayers. John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, please handle your business and sign our boy, Debo. You got to sign him, guys. Don't get crazy, but you got to sign him. Will the Niners sign Debo? I hope so. Debo is too small. Hold on real quick. There you are, Debo. Debo, you got to make it a little bit bigger. There you go. We got to make him a little bit bigger. He was too small. So, guys, I appreciate you guys joining me tonight. I appreciate you guys being part of my life. Hopefully, the Niners sign Debo. Hopefully, he'll be the future of this franchise. But I pray that it's for the right price. Debo. Not that you will ever watch my podcast, but Debo. Make the right choice, brother. I know you got to take care of your family. I know you got to take care of yourself. Just don't be greedy. Now, don't be stupid either and just take anything the Niners give you. But don't be greedy. I hope we sign him and goes off for 15 plus receiving yards this upcoming season. It'll be 2 years in a row that he does, if he does so. I can't wait for Trey to start next year. Send Jimmy G to Subway and send us our Subway. I just want all the BS to be over. Oh, I know, Nick. I didn't bring water with me this time. It's empty. And, man, I'm thirsty. All right, guys. I can't wait for the draft either. I'm going to have fun in the draft. Guys, thank you for hanging out with me on this Saturday night. You guys are amazing. Make sure to hit that like button if you haven't done so already and share my video. Thank you so much for everything. You guys have a wonderful night. God bless you. And I'll see you guys on the next podcast. Peace. Go Niners, baby.